Welcome to the RadioU Podcast. Coming up, the big dumper just took his biggest dump yet.
Also, Colonel Sanders really said, no more Mr. Nice Guy.
All that and more on the way next. It's the RadioU Podcast with Hudson. I'm joined, as always, by my co-host, Allie. Hello, Allie.
Hello.
Hello once again. Coming up in this podcast, we do talk about a new dating app in the works for Disney adults.
Yes.
And my question now is, if you had to create a niche dating app that would probably be the most likely to find you love, what niche would you be targeting?
Oh, come on. You should already know the answer to this.
Pickleball?
Yes, exactly. It would be pickleball. And you'd have to come up with some cute pickle-themed name.
I don't know if that's niche enough, though, since it's the fastest growing sport in America.
But I think that's important. You need niche, but you also need it to be big enough that there's a crop of people to pick from.
Furthermore, why do I feel like a pickleball focused dating app would really be targeting the kind of people that might be on the Golden Bachelor? Yes, yeah.
I mean, it could, but I feel like there's lots of young people that play pickleball.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Okay.
It definitely started out as more of a sport for, senior adults, but I think now it's growing more in all ages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was trying to think, because I have to reverse engineer this, right? Like, what other, me and Mrs. Hudson met on a dating app.
Yeah.
But it was just a generic one. What if we had to reverse engineer a niche dating app that we both would have wound up on?
Yeah, what's a common interest that you both have?
What's our niche that we both, that's what is our most super niche thing that we're both into?
Yeah.
I don't know the answer.
Yeah, which one is big enough that would have been for both of you?
Yeah, what we early on bonded over was sports, football and stuff.
Oh.
But if I don't know, if dating apps are already 75% men, if I made a football lovers dating app,
it would be all men.
Yeah.
It'd be all men.
I know there are a lot of women that love football.
Yes, I'm one of them.
But most of those women are already spoken for.
Yeah.
Or don't have as much trouble finding love.
Yeah, either that or it's for me, I feel like if I just get on a regular dating app and say I love football, that's plenty.
You're gonna have plenty of interest just based off of that.
Plenty to work with.
Yeah. And so I honestly, I don't know, especially at first that we would have realized that we both would have loved enough to go, let's join. But I think that's the problem with niche dating apps.
Yes.
Is you have to find something that has a wide enough base but also a passionate enough base that that's something they would look for a match based off of.
Yes.
And so I feel like you can come up with we could come up with any idea of this is a niche dating app that should exist, and it probably already does.
Right.
But there's only 4 people that use it because
it's so niche.
Yeah, it's so niche, and you joined and there was nobody else on there.
Yeah.
And so you left, and so
I really am starting to like this pickleball idea one, though, because even if it's not for dating, just finding people to play pickleball with, it's awesome. You can find a doubles partner. You can do the double theme, going on double dates.
Okay, yeah.
There's lots of different ways that you can describe this that makes this app successful. But I agree with you on the niche thing being maybe not the most successful route to actually finding true love, because when you make your personality just able to be ground down to one thing, I think that's a bad move.
That's usually a red flag.
Your entire personality is pickleball, your entire personality is Disney.
And it takes up so much of your life
that's what you want to find.
That you also need somebody that is in love with pickleball as much as they are in love with you.
Exactly. I would love to be able to have a boyfriend or a future husband that plays pickleball, enjoys it, and can play it with me. But I don't want that to be his entire personality.
Yeah.
And also, I feel like it's the whole concept of opposites attract. That's true, because you want to have different interests. You can't be interested in all of the same things. Having common interests is good, and it's a good place to start, but you can't be the same person, dating one another. That just doesn't work.
Yeah, I don't think having too much overlap.
Yeah.
Because it's also important for you to each have your own separate lives where you get alone time to yourself.
Exactly.
Or just have
your own hobbies.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess niche dating apps, we're done with that.
Yeah, we're not huge fans.
I don't know if I buy that the Disney adult thing is going to work out.
I don't
Actually, you know what though? If any niche dating app can work,
it would be the Disney one.
Yeah, it's probably that.
Yeah, if you have the Disney name tied to it, why wouldn't it work?
Actually, you bring up a great point. That's going to kill it because
it'll bomb.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Wait. No, I had an idea though. Okay, dating apps are not what people have been frustrated with dating apps, right?
Yes.
And then we're talking about niche dating apps and how we don't think that would work. But what if there was a way to have sections in a broad dating app, but where you could find this is the pickleball section, and so
the pickleball section.
I know you can kind of search, but I feel like they could make it more easy. Yeah, to find if you're just feeling like you need a pickleball partner, then you could go to the pickleball section, and they categories, kind of like how Spotify has playlists or whatever.
That is so crazy.
I think they should definitely do that.
Yes.
Spotify might as well just team up with them. Yeah. And you could have a music taste section. I think there's a lot of potential for this.
Yes, here's your country music fans.
For you to reduce your dating pool.
Right. Yeah. Definitely. Definitely what we need to do is put people in categories.
Everyone heard this when you were growing up, and you were a kid. You have to wait 30 minutes after you eat to swim. 8772 RadioU. I'll tell you, my parents didn't enforce that very much, but people definitely said it.
Yes.
And Sparkle was talking about this yesterday, that apparently we now finally know that this is all a hoax. It's a lie.
It's all false.
We've been bamboozled.
Oh, no.
Ever since when we were children, they lied to us.
Well, they were probably lied to as well. I was going to ask you, when did this lie start?
It's funny. I was doing some research after Sparkle was mentioning this, and apparently the first time that it's recorded in writing that you're supposed to wait after you eat to swim was in 1908 in a Boy Scout manual. And this is the actual quote from the book that apparently was very popular. It's called Scouting for Boys, which is problematic, first of all. It says, "Never bathe in deep water very soon after a meal. It is very likely to cause cramp, which doubles you up, and so you get drowned."
That's what it said?
Yeah, why was the book written like that?
You get drowned?
This is 1908, not the caveman times. Why did they write it that way?
It sounds totally like broken English.
Yeah. Who made that man an author?
You get drowned.
But that is apparently the origin, and that book was very popular, and so I guess then the 30 minutes thing at some point got added in as shorthand maybe. And so for the last 100 and some years, people have believed to varying degrees that if you eat and then swim right away, you are in danger. And it's not true.
It's not true. Okay, so the research, I'm assuming that Sparkle was mentioning, shows that, you're fine. You're not more likely to cramp up or anything like that.
Yeah. The American Red Cross says eating shortly before swimming does not increase the risk of drowning or pose any serious threat to your safety.
Why is the Red Cross the one doing the research on this?
I trust them.
I mean, I do too, but I wasn't expecting it to be them that was doing it.
I mean, they're worried about our health, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if there was any doubt, they would say, well, we just can't be sure. But they didn't say that. They said there poses no threat.
No threat.
So we're good.
Yeah, I was going to say, I've definitely eaten and then gotten straight into the pool before.
I've eaten in the pool.
Yeah. I don't know if I've done that, but I mean, I don't ever remember cramping up after, eating a meal and then getting in to swim.
But why? I mean, I guess everybody was just, a little lie starts and it continues to grow and build, and all of a sudden it's become out of hand.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't know. I don't know why parents kept telling us this when there was no evidence to back it up.
I don't know. Again, they were probably told the same thing when they were a kid, so it just continued to pass on generation after generation.
What I remember, too, is a lot of times it'd be like all the kids at a pool party.
Yep.
And one of the parents would say it.
Yes.
And then what are the other parents going to do? Be like, actually, Alice?
There's no evidence.
Yeah. Yeah. They're not
shut her down.
Yeah, they're just gonna let it go.
I'm gonna be that type of parent. I'm going to be like, those are lies.
You're going to be the actually parent?
Yeah, I'm going to tell my child, I'll be like, go ahead, Jimmy. Go ahead and get in the pool.
Yeah. Take the bucket of fried chicken in with you, why don't you? Allie, yesterday you missed the box office breakdown.
I know. I'm so sad.
I need to know, and we all need to know what you've been watching lately.
Yeah. Over the weekend, I watched a brand new movie on Netflix. Well, it's been on there for, I think, maybe about a month. But I had planned to watch it with a couple of my friends, and so I was waiting until we all got together to watch it.
Yeah.
And it's K-pop Demon Hunters.
Shut up.
Did you watch it too?
Yes, I watched K-pop Demon Hunters this weekend too.
Oh my goodness. I was actually blown away how good it was.
Yeah, I was not expecting to like it at all.
It was so entertaining, and the animation, beautiful. The story, actually really fun. I don't want to give any spoilers away because I feel like there's a decent twist in the story.
Yeah.
And the music, absolutely amazing. I'm embarrassed to tell you how many times I've listened to Your Idol by Soulja Boy since I watched the movie.
Okay, I guess I wasn't expecting to like the movie, but I was expecting to like it a little more because I heard the music before because it's been trending on like Spotify and everything.
Yes.
And I listened to some of it because I'm just like, what is this? And it's like, oh, this isn't half bad. And then I kind of like, oh, it's from this movie. And then people are talking about it. And so I had to watch K-pop Demon Hunters.
Right.
And it has Demon Hunter in the name. I was like, is the band in it? No, they're not.
I know. It's like,
I was
can we get Ryan Clark in here?
Maybe they can cover some of the music from K-pop Demon Hunters. But I actually was shocked about how good the movie was.
Yeah.
And I said this yesterday in the box office breakdown talking about it, is that Disney needs to hire whoever it is that made the music for this movie.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, where are these talented people right now?
Yeah.
Because Hollywood desperately needs them.
The music in every single song in K-pop
amazing.
Demon Hunters is better than any song that's been in a Disney movie for like 10 years.
Yes, 100% agree.
And so this is like watching some of the Disney movies lately and belly aching about how they're not good.
Yeah.
This is the animated movie that I needed in my life.
Exactly. It gave me hope in animation again, in a movie that could be both appealing to adults and kids.
Yeah.
Because that's what Disney was good at for so many years. It's like the parents and the children could be both entertained because it's like, I don't have any kids, but I absolutely loved that movie. But I could see if I did have kids, they would love it too. So, I think that's the beauty of a movie like that, is it can appeal to all ages. It's appropriate for all ages, and the songs are entertaining and fun to listen to. And I will say, pointing to the success of the music from this, I believe the song Your Idol by the Soulja Boys, which is one of the groups in the K-pop Demon Hunters movie, is like the first to crack the top 10 on Spotify since BTS. So that shows you the success level of a movie like this.
Yeah.
Because BTS was huge, They were one of the biggest K-pop bands we've ever seen.
They're everywhere.
Yeah, so I feel like that should just show you right there how well this movie has done and how well these songs have done.
It did have me and Mrs. Hudson asking a question we literally asked ourselves in the movie. We're like, is this just us discovering that we like K-pop music?
Right? You're just like,
I've never really listened to any.
This is what I've been missing out on.
I guess BTS, but I don't know. I couldn't name another artist. I can hardly name any BTS songs, but is this me finding out that maybe K-pop is pretty good?
I honestly think K-pop is pretty good. It's very well-produced music and sounds fantastic and very catchy. A lot of the songs from there made me think of different K-pop bands that I listened to when I went through like a K-pop phase. So I kind of started listening to K-pop again.
Wow. So your favorite is Your Idol?
Yeah, Your Idol. Oh. I love that song. It has like Latin chanting at the beginning, which I'm like, what's new song incorporates that and does well? That one.
Cal Raleigh won the home run derby last night. 8772 Radio U, the big dumper himself.
Got it done.
Got the home run derby win with his dad, presumably the bigger dumper, pitching, and his younger brother, a.k.a. the small dumper.
Little dumper.
Catching, yeah. He became the first catcher to ever win the home run derby.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome to be able to have that moniker. I mean, baseball, MLB, been around for a very long time. I don't know how long the home run derby's been around, but for a decent amount of time.
I checked yesterday. I think it started in 1983.
Okay, so yeah, a long time.
So you do the math.
Yeah. I mean, less than 50 years, but a decent amount of time.
That's still a lot of home run derbies.
Yes. And so to be the first to do something in that amount of time, that's great.
Yeah. An impressive performance. Now, it didn't come without a little bit of controversy because he, in the first round, was tied for the last spot to advance.
Okay.
With Brent Rooker from the whatever city they play in athletics.
I think it's like Sacramento or something.
And he literally advanced because he hit his longest home run a fraction of an inch longer than Brent Rooker's home run. And as we all found out, if you were watching, like in the moment, that was the tiebreaker, which I don't know about you, but I have a big problem with this.
That's the dumbest tiebreaker of all time. That should go to a swing off. If you're tied with the amount of home runs, then you should swing off and see who hits more home runs.
The announcers that were calling the home run derby didn't know what the tiebreaker was clearly because one of them said like, okay, so we're going to a swing off, and then a few minutes later it's like, and it looks like the tiebreaker is the longest home run hit, which is,
I think that must be a new rule then.
It has to be.
Yeah.
And by the way, how can you measure the length of home runs down to this degree of accuracy? Where Cal Raleigh's home run was 470.61 feet. Also, why not just say how many inches it was?
Right.
And Brent Rooker's was 470.53. So his was basically 470 and a half feet.
Yeah.
And Cal Raleigh's was just a little bit longer. How can you measure home runs to that quickly to that degree of accuracy?
I know they use like the StatCast thing, and I guess it's pretty accurate. I haven't looked into how accurate it is.
How can we know?
But
how can we hold them accountable?
That's the thing is, I don't know if you can really trust that. So in my opinion, if you hit the same amount of home runs as somebody else, you should have a swing off.
Yeah.
You should be able to have a legit tiebreaker and not this crap about inches. Like, that's crazy.
I definitely don't want to take away from Cal Raleigh because he's amazing and he's having an amazing season and he crushed it in the next several rounds too. But Brent Rooker deserves some justice.
Right.
I don't think he probably knew the tiebreaker until it went against him.
Cal Raleigh said he didn't know what it was. He was like,
it's a dumb rule.
He was shocked that that's how he was able to move on.
It's stupid. It's silly. You can measure home runs supposedly down to the fraction of an inch, but you can't have an automated balls and strikes system yet. We're still using umpires that don't know what they're doing. It's ridiculous to me. And maybe they just we don't want this to last forever. Then maybe don't make it so that every player except for Jazz Chisholm gets a bonus round. Maybe make it harder to get the bonus round. Save some time for a tiebreaker, which is what we want. We want to see people hitting home runs.
I was going to say the swing-offs are actually really fun.
That would have been the most exciting thing.
Right. I remember from a few years ago, you had, I think it was Albert Pujols in a swing-off with somebody else, and he ends up winning the swing-off. You're like, yes, this is awesome to see somebody that is, kind of more of a veteran, maybe someone you would think doesn't have the stamina to make it in the home run derby because it takes a lot of energy to actually hit home runs.
Yeah.
But he did. And so I think the swing-offs are really fun. So to take that away is very odd.
Yeah. It just left me scratching my head at the home run derby last night. Already a weaker lineup, and the players delivered, except for Jazz Chisholm. But
we all knew he wasn't going to.
The format did not deliver. Yeah. I was upset with that.
Yeah.
It just took away from the fun.
Yeah.
But congratulations to the big dumper, Cal Raleigh, on his home run derby championship. Speaking of YouTube, it's making some pretty significant changes, 8772 RadioU, that are going to affect how you discover videos.
Okay.
It's changing its recommendations, and you probably have already noticed this, whether you've taken note of it or not. YouTube is really personalizing more and more recommendations. Instead of any time a video really blows up and goes viral, they just shove that at everybody.
Yeah.
That's how YouTube, particularly years ago, used to work, is when Gangnam Style was going viral.
It would show it to everybody.
Everybody had to see Gangnam Style pop up in their recommendations, their feed over and over and over again. Now they've really just said recently, we are completely going away from that. A recent blog post for YouTube says that they're actually getting rid of the classic trending page too.
Oh, wow.
Entirely. Yeah, and they're replacing it with other trending stuff. But they are now basically just saying whatever you see in your feed is going to be wildly different. Whatever I see will be wildly different from what you see.
Yeah.
We probably won't see any of the same videos.
Well, I feel like that's kind of been how my feeds worked for YouTube when I scroll through, like, let's say I open the YouTube app on my phone.
Mm-hmm.
When I scroll through, all the videos are recommended videos to me based off of previous videos that I've watched.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times it's, channels I'm subscribed to or whatever.
Yeah.
But when I would open YouTube up on like a computer on the homepage, it would show you viral videos, like a video from Mr. Beast, even though I'm not subscribed to Mr. Beast or something like that. And so I feel like that type of content may struggle a little bit now because of this change. It's not going to be shown to people as much.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Mr. Beast is still going to be okay.
He'll be fine because he's got so many subscribers. So a lot of people are getting notifications as soon as his videos come out anyways.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about people that are they're dependent on the viral trend stuff, and they don't have the subscriber base that Mr. Beast does.
Well, maybe that'll be good. Maybe we don't need people.
I think it's a great thing. I actually highly approve of this change.
I will tell you, I don't know when they started, I think it's just been a slowly but surely thing. They've changed the algorithm, changed what they recommend you. But my recommendations page, like when I open up YouTube on my phone, it's wild. Yeah. It's mostly things that I'm like, why are you recommending this to me?
Really?
I wonder if I have some setting turned off because I didn't want them taking my data or something.
Yeah.
That made it really hard for them.
They're like, we
have no data on this guy. We can't figure him out. Because I get a few things that are like, okay, maybe I would watch that one day, but a lot of things that are like, why? And they're like old videos too. It's like, why are you recommending this to anybody now?
Yeah.
It's 16 years old.
I have gotten a few of those that show up in my feed every once in a while, and I'm like, that's a little strange. But for the most part, I think they are pretty good with me hitting stuff. And I would say a lot of it is just because it's stuff I watch regularly, like subscribed channels, subscribed content or whatever.
How often do you watch a video that's from a channel you don't subscribe to?
I mean, it depends. If it's something that piques my interest, I'll check it out. And I don't subscribe very easily because I don't want
me too.
Random stuff showing up in my subscription
Honestly,
feed.
I probably need to unsubscribe from a few.
I've thought about that because I've had this channel for so long, this YouTube profile for so long. There's probably stuff in there that I've been subscribed to since I was 14 years old that I need to remove.
We've done uninstalling apps, closing tabs on your phone. The YouTube subscriptions might be next.
Oh, yeah, that would be crazy.
I've got some, and I don't mind seeing them come up in my subscription feed every day. But also, I haven't watched these channels, and who knows how long. I just got to be honest one day and just be like, you don't need to see this all the time in your feed. Well, make sure you subscribe to RadioU Mornings on YouTube. Seems that it's about to get a little easier for Disney adults to find love.
Oh, is it?
877-2-RADIO-U. There's a new dating app in the works called Single Riders, which actually is a great name.
That is a great name for a dating app.
It's a great name for a dating app. And this is a dating app that's going to be geared towards Disney adults and other amusement park enthusiasts. And try to get them to pair up so that they don't have to ride alone anymore.
I was going to say, I feel like it shouldn't just be, to Disney adults, even though that is kind of a thing. And we joke about and kind of make fun of that all the time.
Yeah.
But to me, this should just be for anybody that enjoys going to amusement parks.
Yeah.
Which it sounds like that's what they're going to ultimately, market this as.
Yeah, I do think there's two different worlds. There's Disney adults, which I think can branch off into amusement park, like Knott's Berry Farm and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But that's very different than Hershey Park and Cedar Point and those kind of parks.
The people that just want the roller coaster.
Yeah, roller coaster enthusiasts. And so I don't know if that's a Venn diagram that would have a lot of cross. If the Disney adults would be intermingling with with the roller coaster riders.
Right. Would a Disney adult date a roller coaster enthusiast? Because roller coaster enthusiasts, while they would go to Disney one time to ride those roller coasters, mark them off on their list, they're probably not returning. Because as we've talked about, the rides are all about theming. They're not about the engineering.
Yeah.
So they're not that impressive in a sense of like the roller coaster being impressive.
I mean, it's not that they couldn't match up, but I feel like that wouldn't be a natural group that you would expect to coexist on a dating app and be pairing up a lot.
Yeah, I feel like
this really needs to focus on the Disney adult thing.
Yes, that's what I was just thinking. They need to either go all Disney or all just roller coaster enthusiasts, which again, either of these, it's wild that you're making this your entire personality, that this is how you're dating, but okay.
But if you are a Disney adult, especially if you're single, like you're probably, that is going to hurt your prospects.
Yeah.
I would say on the traditional dating app. I don't think you're going to have as much luck on Tinder because there's so many people that aren't Disney adults on there and that are probably not looking.
Yeah.
That Disney
They're just
adult,
not going to get you.
It might be a little bit of a red flag if we're being honest.
Right.
But if you can get in a world where if David and Abby from Love on the Spectrum could have a dating app where they could meet up.
Yeah.
Like that'd be like that. There could be a lot of matches there.
A match made in heaven.
That is a ground that's ripe for, like, that can be the start of a beautiful relationship, is finding out you both love The Lion King that much.
Yeah. And if you both love Disney so much that it's your entire personality,
very fertile ground for love. is finding out you both love Disney that much.
Yes. And if you're already going into it knowing that, then I think you're gonna let your freak flag fly. You're just gonna let it show.
That's true. Some Disney adults probably have a little bit of shame about showing it on Tinder or Hinge or whatever. Like, you don't want to
scare people away.
Right. You don't want your profile picture to be you dressed up as the Little Mermaid.
Or like every single photo is you at Disney.
Yeah, with Minnie. But maybe on the Disney Adults Single Riders app, when it launches, which they're working on, I think it's in beta right now.
They're looking for beta testers right now.
Yeah, maybe that could be that. I think you would fit right in.
You would fit right in.
And there's probably a lot of people that'd be into that.
Every single picture in your profile can be a Disney photo, probably should be, because I think they would shame you in reverse if it wasn't. You know, they'd be like, you don't have enough.
What's this picture where you're acting normal?
Why aren't you at Disney in this photo? So, I mean, for those that love Disney, this will be perfect. The thing I need to know is, you know how a lot of these apps are incorporating like AI to help you out?
Yeah.
You know what they should incorporate for this one?
What?
Tally the Elf.
Oh,
he should
that'd
come
be perfect.
in with his honesty
and
that'd share what the thoughts are and give you some advice.
That would be, instead of like Clippy, it's Tally the Elf.
It's Tally the Elf.
Giving you advice.
I'd sign up for that app in a heartbeat to get some advice from Tally.
It's a tale as old as TikTok. A viral trend starts. A doctor comes along telling us why it's no good. 8772 RadioU. I don't know if you've seen anybody getting freeze-branded tattoos on your TikTok feed.
I don't have TikTok, but no, I haven't seen this.
This is some guys doing it as an alternative to getting your traditional ink tattoo, branding themselves like livestock, but not, obviously there's the old school burn branding you can do with a hot iron. But this is using, I guess, liquid nitrogen on brands, which I guess has become more common with how you would do it for livestock.
Okay. Is it like less painful or something?
I don't know about that, but it's apparently it's more visible and whatever for the livestock and for the people that need to see the livestock. And so now they're trying it out on people, and cue the doctors coming along saying, no, you can't do this. You could get infected. Don't get a freeze brand tattoo.
Yeah, I would imagine getting any type of a brand on yourself, like a branding, not a great move. But yeah, I'm seeing in this TikTok of this doctor responding, she's a dermatologist, to videos of people getting these freeze brandings. Mm-hmm. She's showing what it looks like. It is definitely more visible. Yeah. She even shows what it looks like on cattle.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. I'm like, no wonder people are doing this. It looks awesome.
It looks, well, certainly for cattle, it's definitely more visible because it's white instead of the black, which is what it would be.
It lightens the skin.
Yeah. But, I don't know. I feel like because doesn't liquid nitrogen ultimately it is kind of a burning sensation?
It's the same thing. Yeah. It's just
cold.
Yeah. So I mean, this wouldn't feel good.
No.
This would hurt, but getting a tattoo traditionally hurts as well. But so is this just about like this is the look you want? And then of course now you have to weigh in the dangers. I don't know about any place that would actually, like, legitimate place in the United States that would do this for you.
Yeah.
Which is what makes it like this is just you doing this on a ranch or whatever.
You going to a ranch to get a freeze brand.
And so I'm sure like the people in the videos, they literally look like, I mean, they look like cowboys. They've done this to their farm animals before.
Yeah, they're like,
it's what you do. And they're like, hey, what if we did this on ourselves?
Hey, Curtis,
but
put the brand on my back.
The thing is, and this is what the doctor in this case is saying, is that your human skin is not the same as cow or horse skin.
Yeah, you are not a horse.
It's way thinner. And so you're hurting, if you were to do this, freeze branding a tattoo on yourself, you are hurting the skin cells in a way that's different from a cow or a horse would experience, which is what makes it dangerous for us to do to ourselves.
Right.
And not dangerous to do to a horse or cow.
Right. Because, I mean, obviously, who wants to get burned? Like, that's not a good idea. Mm-hmm. You're not, I know lots of people that have, burns, they're not able to recover from that. Like, if they want it to look kind of what it used to look like, they have to get it like surgically repaired with like plastic surgery. Mm-hmm. So I'm assuming it'd be a similar thing if you freeze brand yourself. Yeah, it's not something that's gonna go away.
Yeah, I mean it is a tattoo. But I mean really the concern is the health risk.
Yeah.
Like these are at serious risk for infection. I always worry though, like this doctor on TikTok doing this, telling us not to do it. How many people see that and they're like, yeah,
let me try it.
Yeah, I know, because that's, I mean, I'm not going to do this.
No.
But I definitely wasn't going to do it before. And then she shows this and now I'm like, but they look pretty sick though.
I mean, I'm seeing the way that they look, I feel like it's very limited with the design you can get. Mm-hmm. And so I don't think, I mean, I have no interest in getting a tattoo, I'll just be honest.
Yeah.
So freeze branding myself definitely lower on the list than tattoo.
Yeah.
Which tattoo is like negative on my list.
I'm also curious, like this starts as this thing and it's dangerous and people are doing it unsupervised on a ranch. But is there a world where, because this has started off, that somebody figures out how to do it and make it more safe and actually professionally, and then maybe this could be cool.
Maybe.
That's a challenge. This is America. We figure things out. Let's figure this out.
The early days of tattooing, probably not very safe.
We're not safe either. So let's figure this out. This is my challenge to the country, to our scientists.
You want to get one of these, don't you?
Safely. Radio U, where music is going, 8772 Radio U. Why don't we just always have our phones on Do Not Disturb?
Honestly, I've done that a lot.
You have?
Yeah. Because spam calls are out of control now.
Yeah.
They're so bad.
It's true. It's tempting to me because, we get so many notifications all the time. Yep. And all the unwanted calls. And most of it is nonsense.
Yep.
But then, and I know you can like exclude certain things, right? But like, why don't we just turn off all notifications completely on our phone? Because then you'd miss out on the couple people that are important. The rare few times that like the important people, the important group chat is going off.
Yeah.
And you would miss it.
Yeah. I mean, that's our worry is we have massive FOMO and we don't want to miss out. Mm-hmm. Or we don't want to miss something important that's happened. There are some apps, though, that I've definitely gone into and have turned off the notifications because it's just gotten out of hand.
On an app-by-app basis, you have to do it.
You have to.
But overall basis, the do not disturb, you can't, as tempting as it sometimes is to me to just go full, like all notifications off, I'll get to things when I get to things, I'll talk to people when I talk to people. That's the trouble. Because what if somebody needs to hit you up?
Yeah.
And you're just, all notifications are off and you never find out. And then everything is on your terms.
Right. And I will say, when you turn off the do not disturb and all the notifications come flooding in that you missed before, that they were holding back.
The floodgates open.
That is a little overwhelming.
Yeah. It definitely is. But yeah, you can't... There, at least for your relationships, for your friends that you would text a message with, you can't have do not disturb on all the time.
No.
Because you'd be missing out. And yeah, there's sometimes that they want to hit you up that you weren't paying attention.
Right.
You'd miss it out. And then if that happens over and over again, all of a sudden that friend's probably not going to be talking to you much anymore. If they're only hearing from you when you need something.
Yep.
I feel like sometimes a big complaint people have, or a big issue, is like, well, how come I never hear from God? I think it's because we have do not disturb on more than we think. Where it's like, how much time are you actually giving? How much time where you have notifications from God turned on in your life, where you're actually like sitting there waiting and ready to hear from Jesus? Yeah, you're going to hit him up when you need something in your life, when you've got something going on. Oh, let me, hit up God and see what he can do. But sometimes maybe there's times when God wants to talk to you when you are completely not paying attention. Or where you would be able to hear from him if you just gave him a little bit of time.
Yeah.
But instead, we're so focused on so many other things that we neglect that time. And so, are you not hearing from God, or are you not listening to God?
I think that is so true, because you hear people all the time, even people that don't believe in God, like atheists, they'll be like, give me a sign and then I'll believe, or whatever. And that the truth and reality is, like, when you talk to God more, when you make that a regular habit of you talking to God and also listening to what God is telling you, you will become more aware when God is sharing this path that you're supposed to take, or a sign that this is what you're supposed to be doing or what you're not supposed to be doing. You'll become more conscious to the Holy Spirit, kind of prodding you in different ways, and you will open yourself up to that more. But as you pointed out, if you're on Do Not Disturb and you're completely silencing that out, you're not going to hear it at all.
Yeah, or you're only giving it a very specific few moments, and then you're like, all right, I'm out. Yeah. So the challenge to you is to be more open and ready to listen to God and take some time, because a lot of us do. Even for me, like, you'll take time and you'll talk to God, but it's important to take time to listen as well. And yeah, I mean, you raise a great point of like people asking for a sign and then it doesn't come right away. That's like saying, if you love me, text me right now. And you're sitting there and waiting for your phone to go off.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, like you're really limiting the person's ability. They may well love you very much, but that they don't know that they need to text you right now.
Right.
That'd be a ridiculous way to go through life. So give God some more time, give Jesus some more time and more opportunity to speak to you, and be ready for him to do that when he needs to.
Yeah.
And there will be probably a lot of things that you'll realize that God's been probably trying to tell you for a long time.
I was going to say, I feel like what I found out when opening myself up to talk to God is like, God's been telling me a lot of things. I just was not listening at all.
You didn't know that's where it was coming from.
Yeah.
Give that space in your life. It can start with a few minutes and then grow it and see what happens. You want to know more? Check out RadioU.com/free gift. Don't call it a comeback. 8772 Radio U. KFC is trying to rise from the ashes and reclaim their spot as America's top chicken chain. Apparently, KFC has heard the complaints that coming from the American public. They don't love KFC the way they used to. We don't love KFC the way that we used to. And so KFC yesterday launched what they call their Kentucky Fried Comeback.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You want to know what they're doing to try to come back from this?
I was going to say, they've got a long way to go, so tell me what their plan is.
Don't they? First of all, they have revamped their marketing strategy. Instead of Colonel Sanders looking all happy and smiley like he always has, instead, he's got more of a scowl now. There's a new Colonel Sanders logo. I don't think you're just going to see this on like the sign at KFC, but in advertising and stuff like that, you're going to see Colonel Sanders looking a little more gruff, a little more upset, a little more serious, like he's ready to get down to business.
How is that supposed to make us want KFC more? This Colonel looks mad.
Because he's taking you serious. He's taking it seriously now. It's not fun and games anymore.
He wasn't taking it seriously before?
No, he was just chucking around herbs and spices willy-nilly. He was just having a good old time. But now his happy-go-lucky attitude has come back to bite him. KFC's fallen behind, and so now it's time for the Colonel to get serious.
Okay, there's a picture.
So that's step one.
There's a picture here from like a KFC that's like on a downtown corner in a city, and it's got the new pictures of the Colonel on the side of the KFC that's like scowling, and literally it says, "The Colonel ain't smiling," and somebody's walking by, literally looking at it like, what the heck? It's attention grabbing.
We're not smiling when we're going to KFC either. It's been pretty bad as of late.
It's been not great.
And so the other thing they want, like they're revamping some of their advertising and marketing and stuff like that, but also they are offering free chicken. If you get a $15 purchase, you get a free bucket of chicken as well. What they want you to do is to come back to KFC, try their chicken, and tell them what they can do better. They say they want us to co-create their comeback.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So the onus is on us.
Yeah, so now we have to do work. Now we have to endure KFC.
We have to conduct your research, KFC? Come on.
I know. Hello. How about I just go to Popeyes where I can just get chicken that I like, or Chick-fil-A or Raising Cane's.
Exactly.
But
the other chicken places.
They have to do something, because literally we're listing all these places off. KFC was ranked last in the QSR Food Republic fried chicken chain rankings. They were 12 of 12. And you look at some of the, obviously Chick-fil-A, Popeyes would be ranked ahead, but so is like Zaxby's and Church's Chicken. These aren't like names that are like, oh, I love Zaxby's.
And they're also not all over the country.
Yeah.
Zaxby's is a southern thing. And so that's not even available everywhere like KFC is. KFC is all over the country, and yet less
It's not going to be for long.
Yeah, because I think a part of the reason, and this may sound, I don't think this is profound in any way, but I just feel like their standards have just not been as high as some of those other brands. Like when you go into a Zaxby's or when you go into a Chick-fil-A, I feel like you can count on a good environment. I don't know if you can guarantee that with a KFC.
Yeah, a lot of the KFCs I've been to, they look out of date when you go inside. Yeah. If you go inside.
Not well cleaned.
And they make me go inside, because every time we've gotten KFC for a food fight or whatever, I go to the drive-thru and then they're like, no, you have to come in. We can't do app orders through the drive-thru, which I always think is ridiculous.
Yeah, that is dumb.
It's 2025. So that's one thing you could do to update it. And then, the standards, maybe every once in a while you get a sandwich that's not bad at KFC or chicken that's not bad.
Yeah.
But you don't know.
You never know.
And Chick-fil-A or Popeyes, like, yes, I'll admit at Popeyes, I always say this. Sometimes you might have to wait, but you know the food you're getting is going to be good. You don't know that at KFC.
Yeah, KFC is never a guarantee, and that's why I've stopped going, because it's like fast food is not cheap anymore, and why would I want to spend money on something that I can't guarantee is going to be good?
And where I have to tell you what to fix.
Right.
So
right,
KFC,
where I have to give you research.
You keep your free bucket of chicken and just listen to this segment, okay? And then call us when you fixed it.
Yes. Thanks for listening to the RadioU Podcast. Don't forget to rate and review the show.